Ken in Street Fighter 6 is more offense focused as opposed to his Shoto brother Ryu. While he doesn't have any plus on block normal attacks, his offense shines with his run shenanigans, safe on block overhead and run stop mix-ups, his crazy kicks string of attacks, and his new special move, Dragon Lash Kick. Have no fear though, because I'm here to help you solve those problems. All right, we're gonna be going over some anti-Ken tech today. We'll be talking about some moves that he might be abusing on you in the lower levels of play and how you should be dealing with said moves. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first move that we're gonna be talking about is his crazy kick special string. A common example of pressure that you might run into with this character is he does his target combo into crazy kick. The light version of crazy kick is punishable on block and interruptible on block. What I mean by that is no matter what version of the follow-up that he does, you can interrupt with the jab. And if he does nothing, then your jab still punish counters no matter what. But where you'll come into trouble with this is the medium kick and heavy kick version of this move. If you block the first initial attack and you try to interrupt the whatever follow-up he goes for, whether it's the low or the high, you will get counter hit. You'll get hit out of your whatever you're trying to do, right? If he goes for the overhead, it is interruptible, but it's, you know, you're kind of gambling whether or not he's going to go for the overhead or he's going to counter hit you with the low. So I have the dummy set up to do a target combo into the medium kick version, and so we'll see what my options are. So you see, I try to jab. I'm mashing jab, I get hit. Mashing jab. Get counter hit by the low. Leaves him at +5, so he might even be able to get a combo off of that. So what you can do, you're like, man, Cunning, this seems really strong. If you have a read that they are going to do both the crazy kick starter and the follow-up, you can mash drive impact in between the target combo and the first hit of the crazy kick string. Drive impact might be a good answer there. If you don't want to commit to drive impact, what you could always do is try to parry the initial startup of the string. It's perfect parry, so it is a little difficult. Obviously, it's easy because I know it's coming. But even if you don't get the perfect parry, you still are at a pretty good situation, as exampled here. Even if he goes for the low, you get a second attempt at the perfect parry. Holding down parry isn't a bad idea either, just on the string in general. Because, as you can see here, the low is -5 on block. You see down there on the frame meter, the low is -5 on block. So whether you block or regular parry the low, he's always -5. So unless he's just very spaced, you'll be able to punish it with your 5 frame, given that it's long enough. So that's the low, right? Okay, but what about the overhead? What do you do if he throws out the overhead? Well, it's pretty reactable, actually. You can always go for the parry attempt on the first one. And then what I do is I block low, and then I essentially fuzzy block it high. Because the overhead is slower than the low, right? It takes more time for the overhead to come out than the low. So you can visually see that, hey, the low is not coming out. I need to block high. There's not really much you can do to punish this on block or on parry. As you can see, he's -3 only. He's -3 there if you look down at the frame meter. I'm +3, so it's not punishable. Your fastest move is going to be 4 frames. So unpunishable with the overhead. However, if you're ballsy and you know that he's just going to go for the overhead and never go for the low, you can interrupt the overhead and get your punish counter combo, whatever that is. Hey, pups. And just as with the low committal DI, early DI will beat it as well. But as always, when you're DIing, there's some risk involved, right? The next move we're going to be talking about is his new special move, Dragon Lash Kick. We're going to be specifically talking about the heavy version of Dragon Lash Kick because you see that after I blocked it, I'm at disadvantage. I'm at -1 and he's at advantage at +1. And if you see, I had the dummy set to back up a little bit, but whenever you block it, he's at advantage right in your face. So it's a very good skip neutral tool as they talk about it. What you can do is, it's pretty similar to a couple of Kimberly's moves that I already talked about in another video. Click like over here to watch that. You must jab check this move on incoming, like so. As you can see, I counter hit him out of the animation. It gives a forced knockdown state. So I can go for whatever combo I would like to, whatever juggle afterwards. But you have to be like quick on your reactions in order to do it. Oh, also you see that if I block it crouching, he's actually even more plus if you block it crouching. So no matter what, try to stand block it. He's +2 instead of +1. But you know, sometimes you'll go for this and you won't get the jab check and you'll actually get counter hit. He can get a combo off of that, but it's just kind of the risk versus reward scenario that you put yourself into. As always, you can early DI and try to get it. I wouldn't recommend, because if you're late, he can always recover and then DI you back. You can go for the perfect parry. However, if you normal parry, you're still in the same situation you are that if you just regularly block the move, right? You're still at -1 and he's still right in your face. So unless you just got perfect parries like that, I would advise, in order to try to counter this move, I would advise the jab check method. I rarely block this move on block, but I have not played a whole bunch of high-level Kens like yet in my career of Street Fighter 6. Your average Ken online is going to be trying to spam this move to get in on you. So I advise you at least go into training mode and try to, you know, figure out what counter hit you can get and what juggle combo you can get from it. Okay. The next shenanigan that we're going to talk about is Ken's run. As you may know, he does have an overhead from this run. It is unpunishable on block, like it is right there. It's only -3. It's still your turn, but you can't punish it, right? But from every single normal in Ken's arsenal, if you block any of his normals and he tries to run cancel it and then still be in your face and kind of like mix you up, you can actually visually see that, oh, he did run cancel and then he stopped, didn't do an attack afterwards. You can actually hit him and it'll count as a counter hit. So you can get whatever counter hit combo you know, I would advise going for a jab just because it's fastest, but you can get whatever, you know, combo you want to afterwards. So don't let him get the run, you know, the quote unquote run mix ups for free. I would also advise, just if you see him running, block high. He's going to try to go for the overhead. And the last move that I'm going to talk about today is his stand medium kick. This move is very good. As I said earlier, he has no plus on block normals. However, this move is very good in the fact that it advances him very far. It's a forward advancing normal. It has a target combo that's very confirmable. It's super easy to hit confirm his target combo, and the target combo leads to a knockdown. However, as you can see here in the frame meter, it's -5 on block. Actually, the first move of it is -5. Now, good Kens are going to space this out properly. However, bad Kens are going to miss space it. And you can go for your 5-frame punishment for it. As you can see, I hit the punish counter on that. That means that I hit him out of his recovery, right? So I would advise anytime you see this move come out and you block it, unless they, you know, go for the full string and they're even more punishable, you can, you know, punish accordingly with your 5-framer. But as I said earlier, if it's spaced properly, you're not going to be able to punish it. Oh man, that was even really far. So that right there was too far. That was not. So yeah, that's all I am going to talk about for Ken today. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful, leave a like and comment down below. Also, all of my videos like this are made from live streams that happen right here on the YouTube channel. Come by and say hi. I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, keep holding forward.